Have you ever wanted to make artisan flatbread, but it always seems so daunting and difficult? Well, today on Sonya's Sweet and Spicy Kitchen, I'm going to show you an amazing recipe using simple ingredients that will knock your socks off. This will not only be visually appealing, but it's going to look like something right out of a painting. So let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome back to Sonya's Sweet and Spicy Kitchen. And that is right, I'm going to show you a recipe today for artisan flatbread that is super easy. But of course, before we get started, go down below, hit the bell and subscribe so that you can get notified on when I have new and incredible videos like this one. And that's right, we're going to be making my version of an artisan flatbread that is super duper yummy, and it is not only going to be flavorful, it's going to be beautiful. And what I have going on today is I've pre-sliced very thin some orange, yellow, and red bell pepper and have roasted those, just sauteed them up in a pan and got them so there's a little bit of brownness on it, so to bring out the real true sweetness. Because for this recipe, you're going to want to make sure that you have all of your produce cooked, at least your bell peppers. If you don't want to do all of that, you can certainly get something like these, which is Cento Chef's Cut roasted peppers. You can get these, take them right out of the jar. They're already roasted, so all the hard work is done. But and then you can thinly slice those for how we're going to end up decorating this flatbread. But I've got my Parmesan cheese. I have my Sonya's Sweet and Spicy, which we're going to make into a tapenade. And I'm going to make that tapenade in my NutriBullet, which is the same pretty much as the Magic Bullet, or if you have a mini Cuisinart or whatever type of little food processor, to make this super fine. Or if you're really into chopping, just make sure that it's super, super fine so that it's practically a spread. I've got my Pillsbury Crescent Roll that we're going to use, and I'm going to get my pan and I'm going to show you how we're going to put this thing together. So I've got my NutriBullet here. It doesn't really matter. This, I'm using the smaller blade, the short blade that's going to be able to get all of this spicy goodness all chopped up. And I'm going to take my cup, I'm going to throw all of my sweet and spice right on in there with the juice and everything. I'm going to put my lid on. I'm going to throw this right on top and just pulse it a few times so that these get nice and crushed so it's a beautiful spread. All right, so I have my jalapenos all ready to go. I'm going to probably throw them right back into this little bowl here. And, oh, look at that. Awesome. Look at that. Perfect. Absolutely easy. I mean, I like to use this versus having to try to chop this up super fine, but that's okay. Whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy is good. And I'm going to just take this. You don't need a lot for this recipe, and I probably made a little bit too much because we don't want this to be soggy, but definitely going to have this perfect, spreadable. And that's okay because you can put your Sonya's Sweet and Spicy back into the refrigerator in a different, in just a little covered bowl, and you're good to go. All right, I have my trusty pan. This is my favorite pan. I've had this pan for years and I love it. I'm going to start off, I'm going to just drizzle in a little bit of olive oil, just like this. I cannot find my other olive oil. I think I might have left it at my mom's. I'm going to take my Crescent Rolls, and this is the butter flake one, but you can get the original. The original works just fine. I'm going to crack this little thing open here, super easy. I usually just whack it on the side of the counter. There we go. And I'm going to just roll this out. You're not going to separate the perfs on here. You're going to basically just unroll this just like this. We're going to lay this down just like this, and we're going to pinch together all the perforations. Super easy. Just do like this. It's not a big deal. It's all going to work out. So when you pinch those together, it's all good. You're going to use take your fingers and you're just going to massage these out so that you kind of fill up the area of the pan. If you get the little separation areas, it's fine. It's no big deal. I'm going to put a little bit more of olive oil, just a little bit right on top, a little drizzle, because we want to have a nice base. Don't worry if it globs on. And we're going to just massage that all in, pinching these up as we go. Now, we could very well just put all of our Parmesan on here, which we're going to do. Just sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan because you want to kind of massage that in with the olive oil. And we're going to start decorating this. Trust me, these little things will go away as we start. So, all right, I have my Sonya Sweet and Spicy. We're going to just spread this on really lightly. We just want this to give a little bit of flavor. We're not going to try to make this thing super soggy. We want to just add a little bit to it and spread that out. And just enough to where each person, you know, when you slice this up, each person's going to get just a little bit of taste to that. And of course, you got that beautiful juice, and it is all good. Now, during this time, I'm going to set my oven for 350 degrees and get my oven going so that it is ready. So when we're done decorating this, it is ready to pop right into that oven. What I forgot to mention at the very beginning is I have some scallion and some parsley that we're going to be adding to this. This is for decoration and for flavor, but I've taken my scallions and I've just sliced those super, super thin because we're making a floral decor on here. And you can just kind of do like this and press those in. Maybe one more right here. And kind of curve that one around a little bit. Beautiful. One more right here too. I'm going to take my cooked red and yellow and orange bell pepper, and we're just going to start adding these to here so you can just start making like little flowers. As this bakes, this is going to get nice and puffy, so it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, just kind of get creative. You don't have to get too disciplined about this because we just want this to be colorful and we want this to be really super pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and just work on this. I want to be sure to add some parsley in there and as the greens for these little flowers that we're making. So you don't have to, you can just kind of take this and just lay those around. You don't need a lot, but a little goes a long, long, long way. So this is, as an artist, I actually love doing stuff like this. It's very abstract, it's very floral, you've got some beautiful colors, you've got your greens, your oranges, your reds, and this is going to be, it's just going to parlay as a beautiful abstract floral arrangement per se. My oven is at 350. We're going to put this in there for about 15 minutes and we'll come back and see how this turns out. All right, is this not beautiful? Look at these. Got some abstract florals going on. It's full of peppers. The smells of this are amazing, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how I'm going to usually cut this up for my guests. Now you can cut it up this way and make diagonal. I actually like to just kind of go right up the middle and then just make this so that each person can have just a nice slice. You know, if you want to have this accompany some really amazing soups, or if you just want to have this as an appetizer, you can just go ahead and cut it up just like this, and you're going to have all of these beautiful slices of this flatbread. And I'm going to tell you, the smells from this are so amazing. You've got your parsley, you've got your Sonya Sweet and Spicy, you've got all of the bell pepper, your Parmesan cheese, we've got a little salt and pepper going on in there, and it's truly, truly amazing. We're going to give this a try and see how it is. All right, I cannot wait to try this because I know this is so amazing because I've made it before. So I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to try this out. Ooh, it's kind of still warm. And look at the bottom of this. This is all of these. It's so toasty at the bottom because we added that olive oil at the bottom. So let's try it. so my favorite. I've been waiting all day to do this recipe because I know. So good. Like I said, we've got all of those amazing ingredients, and it's so beautiful, and it's so easy. And like I said, everyone, if you don't want to do the whole thing with roasting your peppers on the stove or grilling them or slicing them thin to make the design, simply cut up olives, put in small slices of Roma tomato. Just make sure you pat out all of the juices from your produce, because you don't want that to soggy up all of the beautiful the bread. You don't want that to get, you want it to get nice and toasty. If you don't want to do that, simply you can get some roasted peppers. You can also get sun-dried tomatoes that are packed in olive oil that you can simply just, drain the oil from those and make a design. But whatever you do, you have to make sure you add your Sonya Sweet Spicy to the base, because that is what's going to give it this amazing, amazing flavor, along with the olive oil and of course your roasted produce. I usually make 2 or 3 of these at one time because they're so easy, and I'll put them in the oven, rotate them out, and just it's awesome. It will feed a whole bunch of people. Have this on a side of chili or a bowl of soup. Put this out as an appetizer. Put it for something that you're having, wine and cheese, and you want to have something toasty and warm. This is the perfect dish. This is the perfect dish for having something super wonderful. So there you go. You can also purchase Sonya Sweet Spicy at sonyasweetspicy.com. We are also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and now I am on TikTok. My son Ryan said, "Mom, you got to get on TikTok if you want to show these recipes off." So if you're on TikTok, make sure you follow us here. I'll put the link below. That's it, everyone. As you know, here at Sonya Sweet and Spicy, we are always chopping and slicing, dicing and cooking, roasting and toasting. I hope that you'll try out this recipe. Put the comments below. Let me know what you thought, and let me know what other substitutes you have done for this awesome, beautiful recipe for artisan flatbread. That's it, everyone. Have a great rest of the week, and we will see you soon. Take care. Bye.